Okay, my battery's about to die. I've been rambling on and on and on and on and on. Here's the last tip I have for now, and it's this. So at Christmas time, the whole family comes together. Maybe it's grandparents, your siblings, in-laws, grandkids, cousins, all that type of thing. You got everybody together in one house. There's probably some strange family dynamics. Maybe you've got people you don't get along with so well. But you're family and you love each other anyways. And maybe you want to get to everybody together for a great big family picture. And that's going to be a little bit tricky. It's hard enough just to get your kids, right? Now you're getting everybody's kids and the adults and everything. You're probably going to find there's a couple people in your family who don't want to be in the picture. And it's probably because they're very uncomfortable having their photo taken. It could just be because they're grumpy and they've found a way to upset you and they're going to refuse to be in the picture. Whatever the case may be, it's going to be up to you this Christmas season. This is my challenge for you to go and be the peacemaker, and within your house, your family, your larger family, the generations and everything, and you need to be the encourager and the peacemaker, and you have the ability to change things. So you probably already know if there's people in your family who don't like having their picture taken. And it's because they feel ugly in front of the camera. Maybe there's some other reason in there, but essentially I think that's what it comes down to, is people feel ugly in front of the camera. It's not just women, it's men as well. I think in my experience it's roughly equal men and women who just feel like crap in front of the camera and getting their picture taken. And so you have an opportunity to build them up and help them feel differently, and instead of feeling like crap, you can help them to feel good. Here's the one thing that's not going to help them: bitching. Excuse the language, but I see this far too often when somebody is uncomfortable about being in the picture and you think bitching is going to help them. It's not. It's not going to help them feel any better. So here's what will. Okay, so I'm going to assume the person right now watching is a wife. We'll do husbands in a second, but I'll assume you're a wife. You know maybe what it's like as a woman to feel uncomfortable and ugly in front of the camera. So you can help the other women in your family. You can encourage them and build them up, and help them to see how important it is that they be in the picture. All right, so you can help other women. You can also help your husband by not being a nag and by building him up. So, maybe a little secret insight into the minds of men. Sometimes men and women aren't all that different. And when we're getting older and we're starting to age and the face is getting wrinkly and, the body's starting to sag and the hair is starting to thin out, and our wife or, girlfriend, partner, spouse, whatever you may be, is pointing out the flaws in us in how we look and commenting on how great other men look, doesn't help. Doesn't help us at all. That's not going to make us want to be in the picture, and it's not going to cheer us up. The nagging, pointing things out that don't look good for us and always pointing out what you think about other great looking men, it's not helping us. And think about it, it's not going to help you either, right? Women don't feel good. You've had 4 kids, hips are wider, you're 30 pounds heavier than you used to be, breasts are sagging, you never have time to do your hair, and you feel like you never look good. I hope he doesn't do this, but if your husband is pointing out those flaws in you and always pointing out how hot he thinks other women look, that's not going to be good, right? So in our everyday life, 365 days a year, stop the nagging and criticizing about getting a picture. Be kind, right? Like those other tips I told you about your kids, they work with your spouse too. And stop belittling your spouse's looks. Whether you're the husband watching this, stop criticizing your wife. And if you're the wife, stop criticizing your husband. And stop pointing out how great other people are and how much this other person sucks. Instead, be the encourager and build people up and make people want to be part of the group and part of the photo. And And give me a second because there was something else. Um, yeah, so if you're a woman, you probably know how to build other women up. I think it could be a little bit creepy for the men in the family to go, like, I don't want to go to the sister-in-law and be like, you're so beautiful, get in the picture. Like, that would be a little bit weird. But I think women can encourage each other in a certain way that men probably, it's just not going to work. And husbands and wives can encourage each other and point out their beauty. Hey, I think my wife is hotter now after 3 kids than she was before we had kids. I mean, I'm far more attracted to her now than I was when we got married a long time ago. So, but I know that she has, whatever, I'll just call it self-esteem, or, doesn't always feel great about her looks and stuff like that, right? So, so then it's up to me to encourage her and help her to feel good, and hopefully she does that for me. I promise you, this Christmas season, you're not going to get everything worked out this time around. But if you are always the encourager at Christmas time or any time of the year, and you build people up, you're going to see a change in those people. Something as simple as just wanting to get the family together for a quick picture around the Christmas tree breaks down when people are grumpy, when people feel ashamed in front of the camera, when people have been nagged at, when their natural looks have been criticized, and they've been made to feel, inferior to other people. Our spouses should never do that. Our family should never be the ones doing that to us. So I'm challenging you to be the encourager and the builder-upper, and you're going to be Bob or Jane the builder. Bob the builder. You're going to build up people and help them to feel good. And I suspect I'm beginning to ramble, so I'm going to end it there. And don't drop that challenge, and you'll see how much you can help people.